Well, the EPA estimates that new greenhouse gas emission controls may contribute to as much as $90 billion in healthcare savings by the year 2030 when they're fully implemented. Now, earlier, I was able to sit down with EPA Regional Administrator Ron Curry to find out why he believes this often embattled agency is in fact a success story.
Mr. Curry, what are some of the environmental success stories that our country has that maybe we sometimes forget about?
Well, I think one of the things that we like to talk about and emphasize is how important it is for the environment and the economy working together. Sometimes people present a false choice that you can either have one or the other. We believe that you can have both. And we talk to industry every day in this position, whether it's BASF, whether it's Dow, whether it's Exxon, whether it's mom and pop stores. We talk to businesses every day. And what you find is that they start using the term the triple bottom line, where they're trying to look for efficiencies in energy, and they're looking at a profit, and they're looking at the health of their employees and the communities that they work around. So they're looking at three ways of assessing their success and their sustainability. And so that's proof in itself that you've got businesses and the environmental regulators working together for the betterment of the community. And companies that are sustainable today take into account how they treat their environment and how their communities around them are treated, because they need those communities to be sustainable, especially if they're drawing their workforce from that environment that's right around their business. So you look at communities like Little Rock in Arkansas. They've had a very successful program there where they've had a greening of Little Rock. They put many programs in place that are saving them energy, and so the citizens are saving money on their lower utility bills. They've got water programs. The city of Santa Fe has a water program that they work with the hotels to conserve water up there. And so you just see this sort of approach where the economy and the environment are working together on a day-to-day basis. Here today in Oklahoma, we've heard speakers talk about that exact thing, the nexus between the economy and the environment. So we continue to look for ways to try to facilitate the economy and the environment working together. There was a situation up in northwestern New Mexico where the San Juan Generating Station is working through some of their issues as far as getting a state implementation plan in place that meets the requirements of the Clean Air Act and some regional haze concerns. And they've done that working together with the Public Service Company of New Mexico, which is the owner of the plant, working with the state of New Mexico, working with the Navajo Nation, which is very tied to that operation because of the jobs that are there. And so it's a group of people working together for the benefit of the environment and for the economy. And we can look throughout the region and find place after place where that continues to be the way that people are starting to think. And so we reject that the economy and the environment cannot work together, because they are. And they will continue to find ways to do that because business realizes that their bottom line has to include the environment and the health of the communities that they work in.
In terms of the environment, has technology proven to be somewhat our friend in helping us do things better?
Absolutely. You know, technology is something that is always very innovative and almost always comes from the private sector. And that private sector is trying to come up with that technology that is also going to help their bottom line. It's also going to help the environment.
Mr. Curry, thank you so much.